Dude, man, it's a pleasure being here.
Oh man, thank you for coming out, man. So we're gonna talk about your DJing, how you got involved with it, anybody that inspired you, and then we're gonna talk about how the DJing era has kind of changed. You know what I'm saying, since you've been in it. So man, like let's just jump off to it, man. Like what brought you into DJing, man? What made you want to go ahead and get those turntables and turn up?
I had a couple different reasons. DJ Ready Rock used to be married to my sister, so he been in the game for a minute, so he inspired me a little bit. Then also, it was actually how I became a DJ. It was even like an accident, really. DJ Sauce, rest in peace. That's like my brother. We lived a few houses down from each other. He ended up being on like house arrest, so somebody owed him some money, and then the way they repaid him, they gave him some DJ equipment. So that's how we even started. So like, if he had never been on house arrest, I don't even know if I'd even be DJing. So he was kind of like stuck in the house, so I would just go over there and we'd play with the equipment. And once he kind of got off house arrest, he kind of like gave me the equipment, and that's how I've been going ever since.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people started off with the real turntables and the scratching and mixing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, when the transition came to now it's a button or it's your MacBook, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you transition to that, and which one do you like better? Do you like really sitting there and mixing it like on Juice, or do you like to be able to just hit a button and move around?
I say the new stuff is better, but I'm glad I came through that era because it made you respect the craft more, because you actually had to learn how to DJ and with your ears and, versus with your eyes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, it's definitely faster. The new way they did it, it's a lot more efficient, and I think it makes it better for the people because you can switch out songs and be able to, just change the vibes a whole lot faster versus digging, trying to go find a record. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's definitely better for the nightlife scene.
Okay. So in the nightlife, in indie nightlife, you've been to you've hit all the major clubs. So when you in there, how do you know what to play at what time to keep the crowd involved? Because some DJs, where they might hit you with some Gucci, then turn around and hit you with something completely opposite. So how do you keep your crowd involved?
I think that's actually like what I've been good at as far as like as a DJ. Like, I'm not real technical. I can't scratch real well, but I know how to like. I like people watch. I watch the people. If I don't see people reacting the way I want them to react, I get out of that song and I try to find the song that. And once I find that song and I see where people want to be at, like I kind of ride that wave for a little bit, and, you know what I mean? So I think that's like what I've been good at over the years, just kind of knowing what people want to hear.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, you with Trill Tight DJs.
Right.
How did that come about? Because, when I first moved up here, it was you, Paul, a couple other people.
Yeah, we had a whole squad. We actually started off in high school. We actually started off just doing parties. None of us knew how to DJ. We just started throwing parties, and that was like the name we came up with, just Trill Tight. It was called Trill Tight Entertainment back then. We was in high school, and we had one person in the group that knew how to DJ, which was DJ Win. And we just started off throwing parties, bro. And then after that, we was kind of like, we wanted to learn how to monetize and like keep all the money in the group. So we all learned how to we really taught ourselves, man. We were self-taught how to teach ourselves how to DJ. So that's kind of how, then we changed it from Trill Tight Entertainment to Trill Tight DJs. And it was kind of like me and Paul at the forefront. Like, me and Paul are really the ones that own the company. We didn't even come up with a name. It was actually like my cousin. He was a DJ as well. His name was DJ Trill. So he kind of came up with the name, but he got locked up, and me and Paul just ran with the name and kept it going.
Okay. So, I mean, I follow you. We've been boys for years.
For a long time.
I seen you was out in Vegas turned up.
Right.
Man, you got to tell the people, how was that compared to Indianapolis? How was Vegas?
Man, Vegas is like a whole, I mean, I'm sure y'all been out there.
Yeah.
Me and Big Thrash, we partied out there together before. It was just, man, that's a whole different world. How I even came about living in Vegas and LA was when I went through that Bra Ripple thing.
Okay.
Remember the Bra Ripple shooting? They tried to blame it on me and stuff. So a lot of nightclubs here were scared to hire me. So I couldn't work. Like, I literally wasn't DJing in no clubs here for like 5-6 months. And I'm like, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, that was my only source of income, was DJing. So I talked to a guy that I knew out in LA. I asked him what he felt like about managing a DJ. He was like, let's do it. So he was like, but I'm not going to manage you from Indianapolis, like, you got to move out here. So I took the transition and moving out there, and we stayed in LA for a minute. We was moving. Man, I DJ'd I was one of the official DJs for the BET Awards after party. I had did that, and I was just moving up so fast, but not knowing the culture there of LA.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got scared because I got approached by some people, and they like, man, like, it's time to choose a side, like on some real gang shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, you know, I ain't about that life. You know what I mean? As far as not having no peoples out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when we transitioned into moving to Vegas.
Okay.
And I mean, they were right around the corner from each other. And then I just started doing parties. I mean, I started DJing a lot of stuff out there. And I mean, it was just turning up. So I ended up moving back because I ended up having my son here.
Okay.
So I was coming back help with him. So that's why I moved back.
Okay.
And then I bought the club, Icon Lounge. So
okay. So you just transitioned. It was like we gonna throw these parties.
Mhm.
So we were party promoters.
Yep.
Then we became DJs. Now we're business owners.
Yep.
You know. So for DJs coming up, like, what would you tell them to focus on or look forward to build their brand?
Definitely, man. Focus on. See, a lot of people try to focus on becoming the best DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never focus on that because that's always debatable. Some people gonna say Jordan, some people gonna say Kobe. Nobody's ever gonna agree with one person being the best. So I never focus on that. I always focus on just being the best at just making the right moves. You know what I'm saying? It's not about. I mean, all of us know how to DJ. We all playing the same songs. It's about who's making the best moves. You know what I'm saying? Business moves, and that's what I always taught the people that came up under my brim, which was DJ Strick, DJ Champ. You know what I mean? All of them, I always taught them to work on their brand first and make yourself look bigger than whatever, and you're going to get booked off that alone. And I felt like both of them took that same strategy, and both of them, you know what I mean? You see Champ, what he's doing.
Yeah.
And,
Shout out to Champ.
I think Strick is like the new person that's kind of like in charge right now. So I feel good with the two people that I really, you know what I mean, sat down and put under my wing, and you know what I mean, and I feel like they become successful as well doing this. So yeah, I say just focus on your brand and just keeping your brand tight and just always staying relevant.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Figuring out some type of way to stay relevant. If somebody ain't booking you, figure out how to do your own parties and book yourself. You know what I'm saying? But just always be in the people's face. You got to always be in the people's face because people forget about you fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I focus on.
So, you know, social media is a huge thing now. Everybody's like, oh, you got to be on social media. You got to be on social media. But before Instagram, you know what I'm saying? How did you keep your brand, your name just buzzing in people's ears?
Shit, Facebook. At the time, it was Facebook. Nah, man, I had a group, man. So it wasn't just me all alone by myself. You know what I mean? I had Trill Type DJs, and I had PA, I had Mook, I had Alex, DJ Alex, LX, I had DJ Sauce. You know what I mean? It was just all of us. And I was just kind of like the main person DJing, getting all the gigs. So all of them helped, like, promote me. You know what I'm saying? And it transitioned to that. So it wasn't just me alone, though. You know what I mean?
So you had that team. We had somebody say, hey, you need a family.
Yeah, you gotta have a family. You gotta have a family. You gotta have a team, and you know what I mean? And everybody gotta just have the same goal. And at the time, a lot of them felt like I was the best. So a lot of them promoted me and kind of put me towards the forefront. And when I had all them behind me, it was just kind of like, it kind of really made it easy. And then at the same time, I knew how to DJ. So it was kind of like, all right, so whatever they promoting, like, it's a good brand at that. So.
Okay. So now that you're a business owner, you know, I see you come in there occasionally. You might get on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying? But transitioning from DJ to business owner, you know, how's that been towards you and your brand? How's that looking for you?
Man, it's actually rough, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually transitioning out of being an owner of Icon Lounge. That's like, our lease is up in the next year or so. So I'm kind of like on my transition out because it was kind of tough. So I was sacrificing a lot because I wasn't able to be in other places because it was kind of like a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? So I'm only DJing for people that's coming to Icon, which everybody's not going to come in there because that brand doesn't fit everybody. So I felt like I was losing a lot of steam by not going to DJ at all the other venues like I had been doing over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I felt like in that situation, out of the three owners, like I was losing the most and I was sacrificing the most because I was a DJ and they telling me, like, if you're a part of us, like, you can't go DJ at the Rebel, you can't go DJ at Blue, you can't go DJ at all these other places.
Okay.
So I felt like that was kind of like hindering me some, like as a DJ, because I only had this one platform and this only place you can come see me, and everybody don't come there. You know what I mean? So it wasn't something I wanted to do no more. So I kind of like stepped out a little bit at Icon, which I'm still an owner. You know what I mean? But I relieved like a lot of my duties. You know what I mean? So that's that situation. But I'm in the phase now where I'm trying to look at what's next. You know what I mean? I'm getting older. You know, you kind of know when your time. I feel like I still got a couple years left. You know what I mean? But you just got to know where you're going, your next transition in life, and that's what I'm looking for now.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm still DJing. I'm still relevant. I'm still doing good. I mean, I'm on the radio 5 days a week. I actually got my own radio show on 98.3 iHeart is on the weekends. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, still doing the same things to stay relevant.
So with that, with you having your own radio show, you know, that's definitely keeping you relevant because it's you. You know what I'm saying? So how's that treating you? How you like having your own show, your own platform, and being able to just do you?
Man, I didn't even, I actually love radio. I didn't know how much I like it because the radio station 96.3 had reached out to me like 7-8 years ago, and I kind of like turned the situation down because it was just like, I just felt like it wasn't for me at the time. But now that I'm in radio now, and I see like it's a lot of benefits in it when it comes to like, especially when you're traveling and you meeting all these record reps. Like when I go out of town, man, I really don't pay for nothing because if I'm playing the records for them, they taking care of me when I go to their city. Like I just went to New York, and you know what I mean, they take care of everything for you. You know what I mean, as far as nightlife and stuff like that. But I love it, man. You controlling 70,000 people at one time. You know what I mean? When I'm DJing, it's between, I think they say it's between 60 to 70,000 listeners every day. So, I mean, that's a big platform, bro. You know what I mean? And now I'm getting into the part where I want to actually have my own. I mean, they transition me into have my own talk show. So I'm becoming a personality as well.
Okay.
So I like it a lot, man. Shout out to DJ Louis V. That's my dog over at iHeart 98.3. He can kind of pull me over there because, I used to work at 96.3. Mm-hmm. And then I transitioned and we met up, linked up, and I just felt like that was a better feel for me. So I transitioned to 98.3.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got to go where you feel you fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was just new. It was a new situation. It was a new radio station. I felt like 98.3, they gave me my first opportunity to do radio. But as far as a brand, I mean, iHeart's just a bigger brand. You know what I'm saying? So you look at all the big DJs around the world, a lot of them work for iHeart. So that's why I want to be a part of that. I felt like I needed to be a part of that. So that's why I chose to went that way.
Okay. So, I mean, what's next for you? Like you said, you got the radio station going on where you about to soon become your own personality, which you already are. You know, we know who you are.
Right.
But now it's about to really be you on there talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. What's next? You know what I'm saying? As you start to transition that way, where does the actual DJ Cash go? Do we transition into knowing Mike? You know, where are we going?
You know what? I haven't really figured that part out. That's something I'm still working on. Man, I'm still just taking it, you know what I mean, day at a time. Trying to really figure out what I want to do after DJing. I mean, I know radio personality. You got a little more longevity than being a DJ on that. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, on some personal stuff, I get into the real estate. I mean, I'm just getting into a whole bunch of things, man. But I still really haven't figured what's going to happen after. It's kind of like as an NBA player, like when you retire. Like, what do you, now that you're not an NBA player, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, too. Like, I don't know yet, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to figure out sooner than later.
Okay, so, man, Indy, we had Classic, we had Expo, we had Classic. A lot of things is about to start happening for, like Black Friday, all the Thanksgiving parties, getting ready for that. Are you going to be hosting, DJing anything, promoting anything is a club you gonna be at during the holiday season? Like what's
Man, I don't know, man.
going on?
I've been actually jumping around a lot. I ain't got no specific parties. Only party I've been really working on right now is a New Year's Eve party. I feel like Indy needs a really, really good New Year's Eve event. So I kind of like working ahead of time on that. But all the other parties, man, I'm sure it's just going to be something simple, man. Like I'll be at Revel or I don't know. You know, I really don't know yet. Like whoever's offering the most money.
You go for that bag.
Yeah, whoever's offering the most money to come DJ that night or whatever. So I don't know yet on those yet.
Okay, so like you said, you've had some people, you know what I'm saying? Champ is doing his thing. Shout out to him. Shout out to Strick. I'm coming for you. You coming on the show. You hearing it right here. I'm coming. If I have to make cash come and get you,
that's my dog,
bro. You know, you had some people under you. Are you willing to, or are you already mentoring some other people to help them get their brand and their experience up in the DJ business?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Mostly all the younger DJs, you know, like when I was coming up, I had the people that inspired me, like the JFs, the Paul Bunyans, the Ready Rocks, all them, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like for like the new generation, I'm kind of like that guy. So a lot of them call me to consult, like, oh, what should I do this? What should I do with my brand? Or like, can you teach me like transactions, or can you come listen to me DJ and tell me what I'm doing wrong? Like a lot of them, the younger DJs reach out to me for that. You know what I mean? And I help them out, every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no person to keep the information or try to hold it or look at somebody like at competition. So I ain't gonna teach you something. Like, nah, I'm always gonna pass that love and send that love out there to help people get to the next level or where they feel like they want to be. So.
Okay. So, you know, a lot of people, they don't. We were talking to DJ Slow yesterday, and we had El Boogie on here, and we were just talking about artists respecting the DJs and what the DJs provide them.
Right.
You know, so how do you feel when it's time for, you know what I'm saying, time to put some music together, put a mixtape together, or host a mixtape for an artist? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel going into that situation? Like, because you know you're going to feel if it's the right situation for you or not. But what makes you be like, all right, I'm going to work with this artist because I feel like we can vibe. I'm not going to work with this artist because his energy's off.
I mean, I haven't did a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely broke a lot of the records that used to be broken, like back in the time where it was a lot of local records that got a lot of love on radio. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I felt like Trill Type was responsible for a lot of those because of the college parties we used to do. When you got Swole song, you had Maxi, you had Monkey Boy, like all those records that was surfacing at the time. I felt like when we was like really like in our groove, like a lot of those records was getting broke. Like I felt like since we kind of like stepped back from doing it, like it ain't been a lot of big anthems, you know what I mean, for the city. But the city was a lot different back then. I felt like it was a lot more unity. You know what I'm saying? You had Monkey Boy doing their thing. They took on a, you know what I mean, they took the city by storm. You had 625 with Ready Rock and them. You had, you know what I mean, Trill Type DJs. You had what's Pimp C and the greatest DJs. I felt like it was just like a lot more groups. So you don't really see no groups coming out now. You know what I'm saying? No. Like I can't even think of a new like DJ group where people came together and joined forces to do something and help the city. Because you know what I'm saying? Most people are individuals now. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool too. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like we was good and we did what we did because it was a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And when we pull up, you know what I mean? Right. Everybody fly. We just had a presence, bro. You know what I mean? We had merch before we even knew nothing about merch. Just hoodies with our name on there or whatever. So I don't know, man. But the local rap scene, I like it, man. It's a lot going on in the streets, man. So me personally, I stay away from it because I don't want to be caught in the mix and what you rapping about and all that. So the artists I was working with an R&B artist before. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more safe to me. I mean, because you've been seeing what's going on, man. You know what I mean? So I just kind of try to alleviate myself from them situations, man. It ain't nothing I want to be a part of. But if you got a hot record, I'm going to play it regardless. You know what I'm saying? I Like you're not gonna tell me what I can play and what I can't play. You know what I'm saying? But you never know who's in the club and who ain't in the club. Because I done seen them situations where people playing records might not know this people's in the club and they coming up there harassing the DJ. So, man, it's tough, man. That local rap scene is tough, man, right now.
Man,
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
too tough.
But it is a lot of good music though that I've been hearing from some local artists that I've been hearing. You know what I mean? Like I said, if the record's hot, I'll play it. It's been plenty of records where I didn't know the local record was hot. I didn't been in the club and I seen somebody play it. I'm like, wow, I need this song. So I DM dude like, email me this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have this record. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, man.
But people try to come up to me and pay me to play records. Like I never been that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't charge Drake or Lil Wayne and them to play the record. If the record hot.